I got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.
Welcome to With Apologies, everybody.
Nobody gives a shit about that. Al-Qaeda just came out against them. You gotta be pretty bad for Al-Qaeda to be like, yeah, we're out.
You guys pick on me, and I want you to be my friend.
Poor me, I need attention.
You can say close. Welcome to Canada. You know what? We don't get the pleasure of it going up the ass, unfortunately.
It's not terrible.
No,
if you saw it for free, you'd be happy. If you paid $7, you might be a little pissed.
It's like I need some fucking Novocaine. There's so much nerve to it.
I'm scared every time a girl goes, I wish you would let me go because my family cares about me and I've been missing for 5 days.
By current definition, I've raped a lot of girls.
Yes, all men are genetically designed to want to rape you.
I've had enough of your Black History horseshit, okay? We get it, you're black.
I shit myself last week. I shit myself all the time.
With Apologies is live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Spreaker.com. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and iTunes.
And I have one thing to say to that. Crayons are yummy.
Well, how you doing, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
I don't know if it's a plug or if you have some piece of equipment that's on, but the last couple episodes have had terrible feedback in the background.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like the same old buzzing noise?
Yeah.
It's probably from a lot of shit just fucking there. I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. I listen to it, it's not that bad.
Oh, no.
And you're in a cracked end, and you just stepped on some crack pipes.
Yeah, it's windy out here, so I'm in like a nook between the house and the garage with my iPad so that I can continue to drink and smoke as we talk about molesting people.
Man, why do you always have to do the show from like the outside? You're like, you know,
I can't smoke in the house.
And you always have to smoke while you're doing the show?
Yes. It's a lot of stress.
Wait, hold on. You smoke cigarettes or just fucking you smoking weed?
Cigarettes. If I had weed, I'd smoke it, but I don't, so.
Man, what the fuck is the point of smoking cigarettes? Really?
Well, the other thing is, like, I always get drunk when I'm on your show, for consistency reasons.
Oh.
I'm a credible guest. I like to smoke when I'm drinking.
Oh, you're not one of those I only smoke when I drink guys, are you?
Oh, no, I smoke like a chimney.
Oh.
It's like the Holocaust in my lungs. But, I also like smoking even more when I'm drunk.
Ah, alright, well, that makes sense. You know, I don't mind smoking when I'm drunk. Like, fucking my brother is one of those guys where that's, I only smoke when I drink fucking people. So when I'm hanging around him, they're always passing around cigarettes and, you know, why not, right, at that point. But,
yeah.
I'm a cigar guy myself. I like myself a good cigar.
You know when I like a cigar? When I'm done sucking a cock. That's real flavor saver.
Just for, again, consistency reasons, right?
Brings out the nuances of a Cuban and cum.
Only you can't really blow out cum like the smoke of a cigar.
Well, when you blow rings, you can get like a little bubble or web and...
Shit. Yeah, Chris couldn't make it today for whatever fucking reason. He
Have we officially started?
Yeah, I hit record before I called you, and
right,
I just.
Did you try Lane?
No, I kind of want to get him in here. Have you talked to him?
Not since the show. Do you want to maybe try him and Faizan real quick and
Faizan?
Why not? Faizan's always good for sex talks.
Well, Faizan's never around, man. I mean, his Skype thing isn't even there, you know? But he did talk to me, and I'm kind of happy. Like, some shit went down. You know, it was kind of dead silence between me and him for a while, and then I hit him up. I just said, "Hey, man, we miss you at the show." Like,
that's the thing about Arab Spring, man. Is like, when you're a Sunni and a Shiite, it's a busy time of the year.
That must be the reason.
With this new ISIS thing, like he wasn't sure what he was going to do, but
he's keeping it on the down low. He's just
he puts the G in jihad.
Yeah. So I got to talk to him. I said, what the fuck, come on sometime. And he said his computer's been broken, and he goes, I'm gonna have to use my phone to call in. And I went to for some reason I went to the headspace of, man, we don't have people call in from their phones like a phone number. I'm like, man, that's not gonna work. And I realized, I'm like, fucking Ian calls in from his phone every time. He just uses Skype. I should have just got Faizan to use Skype on his phone, and now it's all fucking. I gotta talk to him about it again.
Send out a quick text, and we'll just give it a minute, and then as long as you got time, I don't have to be anywhere for like 2 hours, so we can just keep riffing till we get a good hour.
Yeah, I don't have any time, anything to do. I'm just a loser, so.
Just looking at that gun and that bottle of Jack, waiting.
That's right. I'm waiting for you guys to hang up so I can start drinking and loading that clip.
I mean, it takes courage, but that's why I fucks with you.
Yes. All right. So I'll send Faizan a message.
In the meantime, let me tell you, Kill Tony is the show I do out here in LA all the time.
Yeah.
And that's where I got to meet Benson and Dave Attell and Jesse Joyce.
I checked it out, man. I mean, you mentioned that what was that tweet about? They're coming here?
They're coming to Canada, and you only have to do a minute, so I think this is the perfect time for Chris to go, do comedy for the first time.
And see, this is a good one. Chris has to be here to talk about this with you, because we're going to have to rehash this when he comes back. He wasn't too happy about that.
He's not happy about doing stand-up?
No. He basically, he goes, what the fuck is this? Who is this guy? Is he coming on the show? And I'm like, well, he's a guy who runs this. I told him about what Kill Tony is, and I said check it out, because I checked one out. I forget which one it was. It was the one guy who co-created the Chappelle Show. And the other
Neil Brennan.
Yeah, Neil Brennan, and the other guy who I think he co-created.
That's probably the episode. One of the comics on there was my buddy Dusty. He's the guy picking me up at 5.
Wait, was he the robot guy?
No. The robot guy is just a random person.
Oh, okay.
But you'll remember Dusty because Neil was like, "Dude, we really like you," and that was a huge compliment thing.
Yeah. Oh wait, the guy at the start.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, he was actually pretty good. I didn't mind him. You should be getting that guy on the show, man.
I'm happy to have him do it.
That'd be cool.
But the thing is, I've made posters for Kill Tony, and they're good about retweeting it. He's part of Joe Rogan's crew. He's been on Rogan's podcast.
Cool.
He has a TV show coming out on Comedy Central next year. And the tweet that I put out with the poster of them coming to Canada, it's like a South Park drawing.
Yeah, I like that, man. It looked cool.
I tagged you guys in it because I wanted you guys to get involved and go to their show, and he keeps retweeting it with your hashtag in it. So you should probably pick up followers from him.
Yeah, we haven't. But I've been kind of keeping track on it. I thought that was kind of cool that there's been so many fucking retweets and all this shit from just that one. I thought that was cool. Fucking good looking out there. But no, yeah. So I showed Chris. I told him about it. I'm like, look, they just have open micers on, and they kind of tell them what they're doing well, what they're doing wrong, and try to help comics out. And I'm like, I think Ian sent you this and told you about this because he wants you to go on and try. He just wants you to try comedy. And he goes, man, I want to quote him exactly. See if I can fucking find it. He just, oh man, he didn't give a fuck whatsoever.
There's a finals to study for.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't too fond of it.
The other fun thing you could do, like, certainly you could do it, because you only have to do a minute, and I can help you put your minute together, but they're cool about, like, me recording stuff, as long as I only, like, put up my little section of it.
Yeah.
You could totally go there with fucking Gerry, and they'll just trash the living shit out of him, and then you can replay the recording of them trashing him, and we can talk about it.
Oh, that'd be cool. We put a little minute together for Gerry. And
Yeah.
see, the thing is, that's the fucking problem, man. I gotta find like just a connection. I gotta start a network around here because Gerry's in Halifax, right? He's not over here. So I gotta fucking figure out how to get someone that I can. I need a Gerry that's near me.
Are you guys that far from fucking Toronto?
No, I'm in Toronto. I'm in Toronto. So is Chris. But Gerry's in Halifax, man.
Oh, some other Canadian news that came down my wire that maybe we could talk about. Fucking Rob Ford dying of cancer, and something about trying to get a Wolverine statue.
I didn't hear about no Wolverine statue. I did hear he was dying of cancer. He kind of, I guess to you guys down there in the States, he fell out of the limelight and shit. Actually, you know what? Faizan just jumped on Skype. Let's see if we can get him in here to talk about this. And we'll try Lane as well. Basically, Rob Ford, he was running for mayor again, and he had to drop out because he was diagnosed with cancer. I think it was, fuck, I'm gonna get it wrong for sure, but it was like bowel cancer or some shit, something bad.
Hello.
Hey, Faizan, man, it's good to talk to you.
Yeah, what's up?
Fuck.
And what do you think of Rob Ford getting cancer of the butthole?
Did he really?
He got cancer, yeah.
I mean, it sounds about right.
It's kind of in line.
It's not shocking. Like, nothing that could happen to him would actually be shocking. Like,
Right.
nothing.
Right.
Well, it's a shame he wasn't butt chugging that crack, because that might have prevented this.
Exactly. Like this, it's in line for this type of guy down the road, but I think the crack sped it up.
Let this just be a lesson to all crack smokers that it's important to get your colon checked.
It's one of those things.
While selling your body for crack, sometimes you got to take care of yourself.
It's one of those things where it's like, do you guys remember when Kanye West, where that thing happened where it's like he yelled at a kid for like told him to stand up for being in a wheelchair?
Yeah,
but
we
that
did
story, that story turned out to be false. But it proved a good point that all fake and true Kanye West stories sound about the same. I think it's the same for Rob Ford.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like you could tell me Rob Ford did anything, and I would probably believe it.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably true. It's just kind of like, all right, yeah, why not? I mean, the guy's in this deep. Yeah. Why wouldn't he? You know?
We've passed the threshold of just nonsense. So
yeah,
it's like,
exactly. You tell me he likes chickens clucking at his feet, pecking at his feet while he's jerking off.
Right.
Maybe that's true.
Faizan brings up a wonderful point that we need to start some Kanye rumors.
Yes.
You can pretty much say anything about the guy.
I like that. But by the way, I mean that wheelchair thing, it was kind of real. Like he was just yelling at the kid. Like he didn't know the kid was in a wheelchair. You know, he wasn't like, "Hey, wheelchair kid, I fucking hate wheelchair kids. You better be standing up or get the fuck out." He wasn't like that. He was more like, "Hey, that guy there is sitting down. I told everybody to sit up. Someone tell him to stand up." And he was, "Oh, wait. Hey, he's in a wheelchair? Oh, fuck it." And then he just went into the song. But he went into the song like what he had just done didn't happen. Like he just went, and he was like we do it this time, and it just fucking right into the beat and all that shit. He just acted like nothing fucking happened. It was a great video, man. I find that.
Kanye West doesn't apologize. No. That doesn't happen.
No, Yeezus doesn't give a fuck.
No, it's his only rule. You don't apologize.
And actually, Faizan, I think we're gonna have to get Mo on here. Mo's kind of a semi not regular guy that comes on the show every once in a while. He loves Kanye too. So you two should hash it out about some Kanye shit. Maybe you two can work together and create our rumor for us.
Kanye is my favorite human being of all time. Kanye, people like I classify everyone in people that get Kanye and people that don't get Kanye. Those are the only two categories of people that I deal with.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and you know what? I think I would like to be considered one of your friends someday, so maybe I should say that I get Kanye.
A little more desperation in your voice. Faizan, is that a bipolar thing or a Shiite thing?
It's a Brown thing because cause Ian, you know what I'm about. Here's the thing. I'm gonna explain Kanye to you, kind of.
Faizan is about taking girls to Browntown.
Exactly. Here's the thing with Kanye. It's just something you don't understand if you're a person of color. Only people of color understand why Kanye is egotistical as he is. Because white people can do that no matter what, whenever they want, and they are no one gives them shit for it. When a brown person does it, white people feel threatened and they bash him for it. I'll give you an example. Girls go crazy for the Tony Stark persona, right? Tony Stark is just the white Kanye West. He's sure he doesn't exist, but girls go crazy for that Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark persona. It's the same as Kanye West. It's no different.
Don Draper is a white Kanye.
Exactly, Don Draper, a white Kanye. Everyone, drops panties for Don Draper. But when Kanye does it, he's the devil. Why? It's because he's black. That's why. And that's
Kanye's, I mean, if you look at Kanye on the surface, I see it that way, yeah. I've been kind of looking at him a little bit deeper lately, and it's been I watched him freak out on some radio show. You probably saw that.
You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers.
Right. And I mean, everybody freaks out, but I don't know. That one just seems so fucking irrational. I was trying to figure it out.
Well, normal people have no idea what kind of stress he has to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
How much it fucks up your life to constantly be in the limelight.
That's a good point.
No, here's a great thing. Because I'm a camp counselor, believe it or not, they put me in charge of kids for 1 week out of the year.
Shit. That's a dangerous camp.
And at a Muslim camp, too.
I'm the monkey bars.
Yeah.
Telling them about the 72 virgins they'll get.
Faizan's just got a closet of cokes to give away.
I explained to these kids the dangers of hot women. Ian, you'll love this rant. You'll love this rant. And Ian's actually had similar rants to this, where it's okay, think about. So here's what I explained. Stay away from hot women because think about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, since he was 5 years old, was never told no. No one told him no since he was 5 years old. Since he was 5 years old.
For the record, might have been the most molestable child in human history. No single child has had that many women go, I want to fuck that kid.
Right, exactly. And if no one has told you no for 45 years, by the time you hit 50, and he's thinking, oh, I'd love to, it's I want to have a sleepover with kids. No one's going to be like, no, you can't do that. They'll just be like, why not? Now picture the average girl that has been hot since she was 12 years old. No one has told her no.
Same thing.
Rachel?
Yeah, huh?
Big titty Rachel?
Exactly, big titty Rachel, since she was 12 years old. Go with it. No one has told her no since she was 12. So by the time she hits 18, 19, how is she going to have any sort of personality that isn't shitty?
Yeah, they never need to grow personalities to get what they want.
Exactly.
I mean, I feel the same way. That's kind of why I liked my ex-girlfriend and her sisters and shit. Because I was more in love with their dad than her because he was the type of dude that he would just tell him like it was and just, fuck no, you ain't getting away with that shit. Are you fucking kidding me? And
that's what you need.
And they were humbled.
Here's the thing I want Faizan's opinion on. I went on a rant like that when they had Miss Idaho.
Yeah.
Fucking showed herself to be retarded, and I was just explaining why hot girls don't have to have personalities. But now in these Miss America pageants, they're asking these women really hard questions that fucking political science master's degree majors couldn't answer. And I don't like that. I don't like that you're trying to make hot women
smart,
feel them to be dumb. It's like we hate people for being attractive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, use what you got. I mean, fuck it. It's
asking a crippled kid to stand up.
Right. Exactly. Or asking a smart kid to be beautiful.
Oh, it's just not. It's just like you're obviously just creating like a funny moment. It's like how the news is now. It's like every time you watch the news now, it's like, oh, let's just get two people with polar opposite opinions to argue on TV because it's drama. It's not news. It's just drama.
Yeah, you know what? I just saw something about that. I just saw that video. You know that fucking catcalling video that just came
that's
out?
the one I was. Yeah, that's what I was. I
Yeah.
commented on someone's wall about that. I was like, "This is okay. Yeah, that guy is an idiot, but of course CNN would put him on the air
Right.
with like
He wasn't that smart about it, and neither was she. Like, the comedian girl didn't really know fucking anything anyway. But they just put them together so that they could get some fucking drama out of it.
right." And that's what happens with everything. It's just it's reductive and it's
Fabricated.
divisive.
Yeah, it's just they know what's going to happen. And I would say every time that comes on, you should just fucking change the channel. It's going to be the same shit, and you're not going to get anywhere.
Right. It's not news. It's not any.
The call?
What's that?
Is Lane there?
Nah, it keeps... It's trying to call him.
Sorry, I saw his name up there. I thought he might be here.
Yeah, man, I told him. I'm like, man, check this video out. You got to come on and talk about this thing. Because this catcalling video is fucking... It just irritates me, man. Watching...
It's racist, white supremacist garbage.
Can you pull it up?
What? Well, there's no point in watching this video, but I want to hear why it's racist and white supremacist.
It's clear because the producer of the video admitted that he edited the white people out. He admitted.
I heard something about that, but I didn't see that as important.
Huh? No, of course it's important because people just I've seen so many people that just share it that it's like, look at these fucking niggers over here. It's like that's all they'll do, just share it. It's like,
but
look
see,
at
that's the thing. But focusing on race in it is just fucking stupid anyway. Because the key thing in this video is it's men versus women. It doesn't matter the race.
Right, I know, but they made it seem like it
Right.
was that like it was just only people of color, and it's
Fuck
like they
that
didn't
shit.
have to.
Right, you didn't have to. All guys would. It's just basically white guys might have been a little bit more timid about it, and they might have been nicer maybe, but they mostly white guys are pussies.
Wait. Faizan can speak to this. Melissa Rochelle, she's a comedian out there.
Yeah.
She has a bit about the difference between black guys hitting on her and white guys hitting on her. And the premise of the bit, which is true, at least in my experience, is though black guys may catcall more, they're much smoother about it and much more confident about it. Whereas when a white guy catcalls, that's when you get the obnoxious shit where women are like, is he trying to rape me?
Right.
Oh, absolutely. Like a black girl was like, damn girl, what's your name? That's all. They'll just ask you. It's like, what's your name, girl? And then it's like, a white guy would be like, hey, what are you doing later? That's pretty much the difference.
Want to join me in that dark alley?
Yeah. It's like, what are you and your friend do? What are you guys going after here?
Yeah. And well, see, that's the thing too. Is like those. To me, catcalls are those fucking weird, like white guy construction calls, construction workers calling like nice titties.
The point that we're speaking to is, if you're going to do an expose on catcalling, why would you focus on like
the nice ones
guy that isn't smooth, rather than the 500 construction workers that are white guys going like, "Hey, baby, you like double penetration?"
Exactly. Like, find the ones that are really actually bad ones. Everyone in that video was just, oh, that ain't that bad. Most of it was just, hey, baby, how's it going? Something like that.
And also, what people need to realize, I mean, it's not correct. Of course it's not correct. But
who gives a shit?
If you've ever taken an anthropology class, that like certain areas have truths that are theirs. Like in New York, that is just a thing that happens. I've never seen catcalling. I'm sure it happens in Chicago. I've almost never seen it.
Well, I mean, just because they're not catcalling you, Faizan, doesn't mean it's not happening.
Right, I know, but I mean, like, I hear way less instances of it than in New York, and it's a very New York thing.
Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, the way I saw it was, and Dante Nero put this perfectly in, like, he wasn't talking about it, but he said something about this dude with just a white shirt with like spaghetti stains, and he was in sweatpants that were all torn up, and Dante came in with this couple hot girls or whatever, they're hanging around, hot chicks, and the guy with all the fucking spaghetti stains hits on the chick, the one hot chick, and he leaves because she like rejected him or whatever, and she goes to Dante, she goes, I don't know why would he even hit on me, he's just like that, and Dante put it perfectly, he just goes, the guy's just putting coins in a slot, like he's just, he puts the coin in the slot, and he pulls the fucking handle, and he's hoping for 777s, so men the way I saw it was like, we gotta keep doing that shit so that it's like one day maybe she is happy and she'll talk back and maybe we get fucking laid, right? But we have to keep doing that shit. But just because they're uncomfortable with it and they can't handle it, that's not our fucking problem. They should. What they're really complaining about is, hey, I don't know how to deal with this. Can you help me?
This may go into game theory, and we'll see what Faizan says, but, like, I feel like if I talk to a girl, it's because I think that I'm better than her. So I have to imagine, if you look like shit and you're hitting on a girl, you're going like, not only am I better than you, but even though I look like shit, you are a fucking scumbag whore, and you should lick my balls.
I mean, there's definitely, like, a way to approach a woman that isn't, like, creepy. And, like, even the numbers game even works, you know, out and, like, without, like, in a harassing way. Like, I don't do what it's called full game. I don't ever approach strangers. I always do friends of friends, and I make a killing there. Or, like, you know, girls where it's not, like, you know, a forced kind of situation where it's, like, you know.
You piece of shit for being like, how many of your Facebook friends have you fucked?
But, like, these, I don't know what, like, the motivation between some of these guys, but, like, a lot of it is about power and control, though. Like,
well,
that's what...
I think we should, like, basics, though, you know what I mean? The basics is, they're saying this shit's wrong. It ain't fucking wrong for someone to just say, hey, you look good today. I mean, that whole idea of just saying, hey, you should smile more, that's just fucking stupid. It doesn't make sense to me.
I never understood that. I never got that. I was like, why does it matter if she's smiling?
Right. I mean, what they're saying basically is, hey, I'm not good enough to make you smile with what I'm saying, so I'm just going to tell you to smile. It's just fucking stupid. I get the impression
from feminists that just being a man makes me a rapist.
Right.
To even acknowledge or try to pick up a woman just because I'm a man and I want to meet a woman, they're like, oh my god, you serial killer rapist piece of shit, how dare you have the desires to procreate with a woman.
Right.
You should just be the best person you can and they'll fall into your life, which is vaginal.
Garbage.
And that's the thing, too, is about this, I don't even really want to play that video because it's, again, you should just play or change the channel when that CNN fucking drama bullshit comes on. But what the comedian chick says in that video, she goes, she said something like, you guys think we should take it as a compliment when you come up to us and act in a way that makes us, or that says that you want to sleep with us. And what she was saying basically is, everything is about sex with us. It's not. It's, again, it's fucking, Patrice O'Neill said it, it's good in the beginning, and then we'll figure it out afterwards, right? Mm-hmm. So,
other than physical appearance, what does a woman do to attract a man?
Yeah.
Are they walking around with PhDs, hanging out their fucking neck?
Yeah. Fucking $10,000.
He's out. It's skirts up. It's not like these bitches are going into the club like, hey, check out my credit report.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I
so basically, that's all you got. That's all that's going to happen is we're going to keep doing it, and that's just the way I saw it. It just came off as, hey, we don't know how to handle guys talking to us like this. Please help.
Right.
Let me say this for Faizan. Mm-hmm. You need to come to L.A. because currently Whitney Cummings is single and looking for a guy that she can be a sugar mama to.
Ooh, a brown sugar daddy.
Your ticket to life.
Oh my god, I would do anything. I would clean her house. I don't care. I will do it.
Wow. You know, that's the one. I thought you were going to say I would clean her asshole.
That too. I am okay with that too.
Okay, I'm just saying.
The dirty spoon. I don't give a fuck.
I need to. Yeah. No, but
you know,
yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
I don't have that many zeros in her bank account.
I didn't really want to spend too much time talking about that fucking catcalling video, but I wanted Lane to come on and talk about it because I'm sure he's got a good perspective on it. We'll get to that sometime.
I just think it's like it's like because okay, here's what I thought. It was well intentioned because I think it's like, you know, there's, you know, people like shit on, like, you know, what you white guys get it the worst. It's like I'm not you don't have it the worst, but like you get criticized the worst sometimes. Where it's like, oh, white. It's like, yeah, no one knows what other people from other walks of life feels like. So yeah, it is nice to have like a video. Or it's like
Yeah, you know what? I know what
hidden
you're
camera
saying.
video of what it's like in
Yeah.
daily life for certain people.
White people are made to feel guilty about everything, whereas other people are made to feel inferior about everything. Like, oh, look at you, such a good accomplishment.
Oh, good for you. Up against the odds. How did you make it?
Right. No, but it's like, I'm sure you saw, but like I posted a status where it's like maybe I should make a video where I walk through an airport and see how harassed I am.
Yeah, you know what? And well, I mean, I hope you liked my comment. I don't know if you understood it, but she started getting rape threats. I'm like, yeah, I'd be the first one to throw Faizan a rape threat. Why not?
I would respect you for it too.
It would be so much.
Huh?
To an airport with like cartoon dynamite on a T-shirt.
Oh, I got a fun story for you guys. So at one time, I used to be like a little troublemaker in high school, and I had this one T-shirt. It said, "I'm not a terrorist. I just look like one." This is a real T-shirt that I owned. I got so much trouble for wearing it so many times in high school. I didn't care. I just kept wearing it. One time I wore it to the airport because I just didn't care. When I was 16, I wore it to the airport.
Are you fucking insane? What year was this?
It's 2006, 2007, I want to say.
Oh my god, that's too close.
Yeah.
That's too close, man.
It was 9/12/2001.
Yes. But it was funny because but the TSA people, they were all black and they loved it. They were just had a sense of humor. They're just like colors, like, hey, look at this guy's shirt, and they were all laughing. They were dying laughing. That was hilarious.
Oh fuck. Well, speaking of fucking 9/11 and shit, the new World Trade Center's up. It's ready to go. The first people are moving in.
Was it an apartment? I thought it was an office building.
It is Condé Nast. It's a place a company that has like a bunch of magazines underneath their fucking label or whatever. They just moved in. They moved. Said so. Oh, here's the article. Condé Nast moves into the World Trade Center as Lower Manhattan is remade.
See, like that. What I always said for like the past 5 years, 6 years, is like the bigger insult in all of this is how long it's taken the Freedom Tower to be resurrected, or
it's a big tower, man. It's 104 floors.
I know, but it took way too long.
They rebuilt it.
Yeah. No, like I think it's awesome, but it took so long. It was.
I guess. I mean, but really, how fast do you expect it to be? I mean, should it have been up? 4 years later? How quick?
20 minutes afterwards. 20 minutes afterwards. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the terrorists win.
Let's put it this way: you got dumped. Would you wait like 7 years to fuck another chick?
Exactly. You wouldn't.
Fuck, I did. I think it was
Anything. Put a 7-Eleven in there. I don't give a shit.
2 months. 2 months for me. I think that's what I did. So, whatever. I mean, I get it, but it's I don't know, man. It's just a building. I don't really give a shit about the fucking Freedom Tower, to be honest with you. It's like it's not gonna bring those people back. It's not really doing anything. It's just another building that hey, look where all these people died.
That's part of it. Is they waited so long it no longer has meaning. It could have been a very important symbolic building and gesture, but it's not.
Okay. I see what you're saying then.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I was.
If they had it up quicker, then it would have been like, hey, fuck you. You can destroy any building you want. We're gonna just replace them. We'll come back stronger.
Not after 2 wars and trillions of debt.
Yeah. Okay. I get you. I mean, but the thing is, you go to war, all your money's there. How you gonna, build a fucking building like that? I don't know. I don't really know anything about these things, but I just found it was interesting that new people were moving in. It doesn't really fucking matter who moved in. They just
let's get to the reason that we called Faizan, which is to talk about Lena Dunham.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, hold on. Let's get to that in 2 seconds. I just want you guys. Did you guys hear about Chris Rock's SNL monologue Saturday?
Yeah. Okay. Here's what I posted status, but I deleted it right away because
Can you play it for us?
Yeah, I got it here. I want to bring it up because it has to do with the fucking Freedom Tower. He made a fucking he killed, man. Like, he did it perfect. But what were you saying, Faizan?
Oh, actually, see, it's funny because I posted a status, but I deleted it right away because I just didn't. I didn't like it. But
What?
Because I was like, I didn't find the monologue offensive. I just thought the premises were too wordy, and he didn't get to the punches quick enough. But I mean, everyone else still seemed to like it. I was just like, oh,
it wasn't the fucking, it's not typical Chris Rock because it's like it's clean and he's older now and he's more mature and all that shit. But it's I thought it was pretty fun. What I thought it was good about it was that it's SNL. It's not usually like that. It's not usually fucking down and dirty like that, and he did it properly, right? So here it is. I'm only gonna play it's like 4 minutes of it. So here you go.
Hey! It's great to be back. Great to be in New York. Great to be at Saturday Night Live. It's great to be here the day after Halloween. I can't believe some of y'all made it. And yesterday was Halloween. Tomorrow's the New York City Marathon. Yeah, scary, what could go wrong there, right? Well, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. New York's gonna be fine, just like Boston's fine after the marathon. Well, that Boston marathon was scary, man. That was scary, man. Because I love Boston. I love the people there. But that was probably the most frightening, sadistic terrorist attack ever. Just think about it. 26 miles. 26 miles. 26 miles is a long drive. If you call up one of your friends, hey man, I need you to pick me up. Where you at? About 26 miles away. You better get Uber. 26 miles. People jogging for 26 miles, man. 26. Their knees are hurting. Their feet are killing them. If you're a woman, there's blood coming out your titties. 26 miles. You've been training for a year. You finally get to the finish line, and somebody screams, run! Woo! That is horrible, man. But hey, the good people of Boston bounced back. That's right. And New York will bounce back. That's right. New York, we had our own terrorist attack, and we bounced back. That's right. Now we got the Freedom Tower. The Freedom, have you seen the Freedom Tower? You can see it no matter where you're at. If you can't see it from here, then you're in Connecticut, okay? Freedom Tower, anyway you look. Now, they should change the name from the Freedom Tower to the Never Going In There Tower. Oh, why? Because I'm never going in there. There is no circumstance that will ever get me in that building. Are you kidding me? My God, what do they have? Does this building duck? What are they thinking? Like, who's the corporate sponsor? Target? Stop it. In the same spot, they put another skyscraper in the same spot. What kind of arrogant Floyd Mayweather crap is this? In the same spot. What businesses are they going to put in the Freedom Tower? They better put some mandatory stuff in there. Stuff you can't get out of, like the IRS, family court, DMV. Because they put a sunglass hut in there, it's going to be empty. I am never going in the Freedom Tower, man. Are you kidding me? The same spot. Hey, I got robbed on 48th and 8th about 20 years ago. I have not been back to 48th and 8th. No. I am never going in the Freedom Tower. Hey, man, I don't care if Scarlett Johansson is butt naked on the 89th floor in a plate of ribs. I'm not going in there, all right? No. People are like, come on, man, don't joke about the Freedom Tower. That has something to do with 9/11. Hey, I'm not joking about 9/11. I'm not. But you gotta realize, we are in America. And in America, there are no sacred days because we commercialize everything. So we're only 5 years away from 9/11 sales. That's right. You're gonna hear it on the radio. Like, come on down to Red Lobster. These shrimp are $9.11. That's right. No, it doesn't matter what the holiday is. Martin Luther King Day is gonna be the same thing. You're gonna be watching TV like, these Toyotas are practically free at last. Free at last. These Toyotas are practically free at last. This MLK birthday, Medea's got a dream. It's America. We commercialize everything.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I mean, it wasn't like, again, typical fucking Chris Rock. Did you guys hear any of that?
Yeah, I heard it before. I've heard it before, but yeah.
No, I'm just in and out, but that's actually a premise that somebody else has done, that 9/11 will be a holiday.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, The idea of the holiday thing is kind of I didn't really give a shit about that, but I thought the Boston Marathon bombing, you know, he was he was kind of ballsy with that, especially it was only like a year ago, you know.
I mean, we bounced back. The blacks had slavery. They bounced back.
Yeah.
My people haven't bounced back, but we'll get there. I'm trying a new bit where I'm just like, I can't wait till Muslims are allowed to get married. I can't wait till we can vote. It'll be great. Like, we're that oppressed. I'm just taking other people's oppression. It's like, I can't wait till like the Washington changes their name from the Washington Muslims. Like, I can't wait till my people are free.
It is weird that you have all of the rights and none of the respect.
It's true. It's true.
Like, I can do everything you want to do, but people still hate me.
They do. Yeah, like even gay people are like, go fuck yourselves. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's like Bill Maher, for example. Bill Maher's like, you know, pretty liberal guy, but really hates Muslims.
Yeah, I mean, but that whole fucking 9/11. I mean, it's the way I started looking at it recently, because I was listening to O&A, and then Patrice O'Neill talking to them about it, was basically they needed 9/11 to go in there, you know, and everybody sees it that way kind of now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right? You just needed it to get everybody behind them, but getting everybody behind the war is getting everybody against Muslims. It's just going to resonate, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, okay.
I do want to know, alright, so this is an interesting civil rights thing. Faizan, feel free to take this to tag your bit. If gays had crashed planes into the towers, would we be searching gay people at the airport?
That's a good question.
It's like, you are dressed way too snazzy.
Yeah.
I know that you take it in the pooper. Get over here. Get over here, you.
A little bit different now, because Ian, you know my like Indian sex appeal bit. Like one that I'm thinking of, it's like what if Indians had invaded England? Like, what if that was a thing? I know there's like a reverse racism.
Haven't Indians kind of already
but like
invaded England?
Would that have? Huh?
Haven't Indians already kind of invaded England?
Oh, we def by far. But it's like, but what if initially it happened? Would that have made English accents really like terrible and Indian accents really sexy? Like, what if it was like, thank you, come again. Ah, that stupid English guy. Or it's, you know, like, or it's like, hey, baby, how you doing? Oh, my God, say more words. You know, like, what if that was the reality we lived in?
The sexy accent is the Indian accent?
Yeah, and the silly one is the English accent. Like, what if that was the reality?
Well, the English accent is always the villain, so it would have been like, yes, Mr. Bond, we do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for infiltrating my base.
Mr. Bond, we have you captured. There's no escaping.
I know you've been in other traps, but what about my traps?
What about my trap? Yeah, exactly. I got it on sale. These carnivorous sharks are on sale.
The bad guy explains what's going to happen to Bond before it happens, and
exactly.
Bond figures out how to get out of it.
Sean Cullen. I don't know if you know who Sean Cullen is, but he's not a well-known comedian, but he's really, really good. He's very, he has a whole bit about, like, James Bond villains, and it's so good. Just look up Sean Cullen just for laughs in your spare time. It's fantastic. Oh,
okay, then. Is he from Chicago, or what?
He's just, I don't know, he's somewhere, I think he's Midwest somewhere. No, he's not Chicago comic, but he's somewhere from the Midwest.
Alright, well, have you heard about the Lena Dunham fucking shit?
That was just like, okay, that's just nonsense altogether. I mean, like, even the outrage, I'm like, okay, you guys are really reaching. Because it's like...
Outrage? Who the fuck's outraged? It just doesn't make any sense, this whole fucking thing. The only thing I'm happy about is Lena Dunham seems like the type of person that's like a little fucking rat. Whole family's rats. She just fucking, you know, she probably is the type of person that goes, hey, you're doing that, yeah, and just goes on Facebook and fucks with them. You know what I mean? So just getting her fucking medicine.
She perpetuates this victim narrative that all millennials seem to have. And it's, hold on, I gotta sneeze. Oh, I guess not. False alarm. But, yeah, she has this victim narrative that it's like a lot of millennials have, and it's just not healthy for anything or anyone. And she keeps perpetuating it, and it's just, it's just not good. It's just like, I'm sure the victim part popular in Canada. I was popular in England. Was it popular there? The original show Skins?
Skins, no.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. That's moot point. But
what the fuck is it?
Girls is based off of?
No. Basically, well, I mean, the Skins is a popular show in England, and some people in America like it too. But basically, the problem I have with that show was every character brought upon their own problems. There wasn't like any exterior things oppressing the characters. They just brought upon all their problems themselves.
You know what happened
so
to me? Right?
Exactly.
What I love about the show Girls, though, is that she shows how often women bring their own problems about.
Oh, yeah.
They are dealing with them, which most shows, like Sex and the City, it's this very romantic idea of, like, I'm just an innocent, cute girl, and shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
Where she's like, no, I'm a fucking moron, and that's why it happened.
That is very honest. That is honest.
I've never seen the fucking show, but I like that. I like hearing that. No,
I think she is kind of harsh on herself too. I mean, like, she's honest with herself, with her character. I mean,
that's good. I mean, but she just seems like the type of person that would go, you know, she'd just be a rat. And I don't know. This whole thing seems perfect because she
news, or we're just going to talk about what people seem like.
Okay, yeah, I don't know shit about Lena Dunham. I agree. I don't know shit. She just seems like that type of person. Blah blah blah. No, she wrote this shitty book about herself and how when she was young she apparently fucked with her little sister's vagina and shit, and somebody called her a fucking molester.
well, okay. Now the funny thing about that was that it's like I do side with her on this only because it's like, all right, right wing, you're seriously just reaching. It's like you're just like taking a feminist icon and just trying to shit on her. It's like you're clearly just reaching. Doesn't matter, like, you know, how iffy that story is.
Isn't it always reaching, though? It's always, like, I read the shit. It's like she's clearly joking about some, like, weird shit that happened when she was young. I don't, like, the whole molesting thing, I don't give a fuck. It's basically, though, it's like this stuff is always reaching, and it's just nice to see it happening to the other side.
I've worked with kids that were molested, and I'll tell you this. A kid will molest another kid if they were molested, but it's always learned behavior. And the actions that she describes, they are a curious child, and they are normal and weird child behavior, but they're not predatory in the way that someone would behave if they were molested. So I don't think she was molesting her sister. I think she was sexually curious and had no other outlet.
Right, yeah, that happens to kids all the time. That stuff happens all the time.
Yeah, I don't think any of that shit was fucking real. But, you know, the other thing is, she should have just, it wasn't, is she a comedian or an actress?
She's a writer. For the most part.
She's a writer. Okay, so, basically, I mean, she does a lot of humor stuff, right?
Yeah, it's like humor and, like, essays and whatnot.
Okay, so as someone who, I mean, it seemed like she was writing what she was writing in, like, a humorous way of kind of getting it off her back. Like, she's just telling you about it in a bit of a humorous way. So someone who's talking in a humorous way, you know, if you bash yourself and you, like, someone says, oh, that makes you this, then shouldn't you just be like, okay, who gives a fuck? I was bashing myself. Like, you want to pile on, good for you, but I already got to myself first.
The redemptive thing of what she's doing is she's saying, I did this weird thing, I still live with dignity and respect, so if you've done similar weird things, it's okay to be human. You know, you can talk about this stuff openly and honestly, rather than, like, let it eat you alive and think that you're a child molester for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I don't understand why she freaked out at what this guy said. Like, basically, what he said, since he was reaching so fucking far, had as much validity as what she said in her book. You know,
he took one paragraph out of a book and blew it up.
Right. So it doesn't mean shit. I don't think she should have fucking reacted. She should just be like, all right, good for you. I called myself a fucking molester, and you said it again in big font.
Right. I mean.
I'm sure. Well, you can tell stories about being accused of, like, being a rapist because you do a joke about rape.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the outrage that you have when you have to deal with that level of horseshit.
Right. It's like not saying anything is also incriminating. It's really silly when you. It's like you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
But she already said it. Like, that's what I'm saying. She already said it in the book. She already said what it is, and he wants to make a big deal out of it. I think the way I would have responded, and again, this comes back to fucking Jesus. I mean, you don't really understand the level of bullshit that they're going through. But I mean, I don't know. It seems like the best way to respond to that is just go, what? Yeah, I already said that. What are you getting at here? What's your point?
You have two rational options. You either ignore it or you get in front of it and you own it. But to pussyfoot around with it, and when you're like, maybe, that's when it comes out and it destroys your career.
Right.
Okay.
It's like OJ with the murder. It's like, I don't think I murdered my wife. No, it's bad.
Did you read the recent headline that he gave a death confession that he did it? He's dying, and he admitted on his deathbed that he killed her.
I did not hear that.
Wait,
what the
fuck are you talking about? Go back. What the I got distracted by Gerry trying to get in here. Who did this?
OJ.
OJ. On his deathbed said he did it.
Well, that's what I read on a magazine cover. While I was waiting to buy my items at a grocery store.
I'll wait till...
You were at a marijuana dispensary, and you heard this.
So this cokehead was blowing me.
Right.
Saw this magazine hanging off the side of a dumpster. Yeah, well, that's great. I'll believe it when some real new shit comes out and says that, I guess. I didn't know Juice was on his deathbed, though.
He's got the Rob Ford. The
cancer. Alright, well, I mean, that's all I got to say about Lena Dunham. I don't really give a shit about it. It's just a weird situation, I guess. I mean, you wouldn't think...
It's just false internet outrage. It's become so toxic lately.
Yeah, you figure she'd be on the other side of things, you know? Being the accuser. That's all. That's why I thought it was kind of funny.
I wonder if you can discuss this a little bit more in depthly, because you were talking about the millennials having a victim mentality. What do you think is the natural paradigm between like the victim mentality and false outrage? Like, does it feed? Do they play into each other? Do you think the false horseshit will like go away?
Oh, I think they definitely feed into each other. Where it's just like, you know, so many things where it's like it's not that big of a deal. Like even like, you know, like so many things aren't that big of a deal. Like okay, like even my own people, I'll give my own people shit because I'm like. You know what? Like, because like they'll like equate their struggle to the black struggle, and I will always say, you know what? 10 minutes extra at the airport, 10 minutes of annoying questions at the airport does not equal fire hoses and dogs being stitched on you. It will does, and it's like that. You know, people have that same just mentality with everything, and it's like, you know, I overcame, you know, an eating disorder. Oh, you get over yourself, really. You go to an eating disorder. Just, you know, you just have to eat something. It's not this big
eating disorders. I want to see people marching against eating disorders.
Exactly. Or like, you know, my bipolar thing. It's like I don't think that I'm like, you know, a saint for every day that I'm alive that I have bipolar, you know. I do what I do.
I want to see people with eating disorders being sprayed with fire hoses.
Exactly.
It's a strange entitlement to feel like if you have any disadvantage in life, you should be held up as a hero for overcoming that.
Exactly. It's this upworthy bullshit mentality.
Everybody's got their fucking disadvantages. I mean, it's just some pompous shit if you're going around bragging about how you got over it. It's like, you know, it's like a guy running the hurdles, and at every hurdle he's like, "Hey, did you see that?"
Right, exactly. Or it's like Chris Rock has that infamous bit where it's like, you know, there are those fathers who are like, I take care of my kids. I take care of my... You're supposed to take care of your kids. Stop bragging about taking care of your kids.
It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's a big deal because it never happens, but it's...
Same as a woman going, I pay my own bills. Good.
Yes.
Yeah, you're supposed to, bitch.
Right, it's like, watch a woman do what she's supposed to do. Upworthy.
Which brings us to a new bit, and I hope you have something for this, called Women in the Wild.
I
doing something asinine just in natural life. Do you have a good story for us?
Say again?
Well, actually, Ian, you gotta explain it better. Faizan, Ian came up with this fucking great bit. Now we gotta figure out how to work it better. But Ian has Women in the Wild as a new bit, and basically he saw some bitch. Oh fuck it, Ian, you tell him.
I saw a girl at a grocery store looking at salad, like reading them, setting them down, reading them, setting them down. She did this for 30 minutes. 30 full minutes. And then a guy walked up, grabbed the salad, walked away. And so she just picked up the salad that he bought and walked away and bought that one. That is Women in the Wild. Do you have a similar story of just watching women do asinine things?
Asinine? Oh, I'm sure. It's going to take a minute to think, but... Huh.
Well, Chris, you've had a week, so Chris, can you give us a story while Faizan thinks?
Chris.
Or not Chris, fucking Nick. I'm sorry.
No, actually, I can't.
There's no women in Canada?
No, well,
There aren't. That's why the men's rights activists are so strong there.
No, nothing really asinine. No, I can't, like, nothing, I want to compare it to that, you know, I want something that's like that. I can't find shit, you know what I mean? I guess I haven't been so observant. You know, that's one thing I would say is I've been inside. I've been doing nothing for the last, like, 5 days.
Yeah. Okay, here's one. I'm going to do a bit about it
Saved me.
similarly, but it's like, it's something that's been driving me insane. Ian, did you get to hear my having female friends bit before you left, you know?
I heard it.
Okay, so, yeah, like...
It's dating for you. It's ruined dating for you.
It's ruined dating for me. And Nick, I'll give it to you real quick. It's like, I have, like, most of my friends, like, most of my close friends are women. And it's like I'm pretty much a straight gay best friend for all these women. And it's ruined women for me because, like, I'll see, like, my guy friends will see a girl walk by and be like, damn, that ass. And I'll be like, damn, those unmaintained roots. Like, you know, I can tell a woman doesn't have her life together by the way that other women can because I judge women the way that women judge women.
Okay.
But it's kind of insane if you think about it that, like, women, what they do to, like... Just like the things that they go through, like the makeup and the plucking and the primping, that's only to impress other straight women for the most, because most guys don't notice these things.
Yeah, I agree.
That's insane to think about. That is just like, you know, the amount of things they do just to impress other straight women. And that doesn't, you know, in the wild, that wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, and you know what? I was thinking about that too. It's like, I mean, a lot of this shit. I mean, dudes do that too, though. Dudes impress.
No, but like guys will do it. Like, look at my comic book T-shirt. Isn't this dope? And then they'll be like, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. You know, I actually no, that's what it was. I was thinking about because at the last episode, me and Lane we were talking about how you know I got to be nicer to girls in order to pick them up because I got bad pickup game. I tell them like blunt shit that makes them go fuck this guy. And
maybe don't wear a hockey mask, or if you're going to, like, step up your hat game. Make it match.
So, what I realized afterwards was I don't want to be nice to girls. I just don't want to. I'm in this period of my life where I just don't give a fuck. I don't want to be nice to them. I don't give a shit about getting laid. I don't give a fuck, right?
And the tag I want to suggest to Faizan is, like, imagine how much you hate women trying to get laid, and now amplify that by also hating them as much as they hate each other.
Exactly.
That's how bitter he is.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's like, but like, think about this. Okay, like, what I hate about like this bossy, like this, like the media and the magazines that made me feel fat. You know who runs Vogue? A tiny white woman, not a straight guy. A straight guy does not run Vogue. A straight guy doesn't run any of those magazines. It's just other women.
Make you feel fat. That fucking love handle made you feel fat.
Right.
Fatty.
No, I don't like. The amount of things that I don't care. I mean, like, Ian, you're in the same. It's like we guys overlook so many things because we just don't care.
Well, and we will make excuses for their flaws.
Exactly.
And see, that's what I'm saying. When I'm
She's only got one leg, but have you seen that ass?
Exactly.
But
we can appreciate things if other things are lacking. We'll be fine.
See, now that's where I'm lacking. That's my problem is I see those flaws and I just fucking hate them for it. I don't let it go.
That's not a healthy place to be.
No, it's not.
This is for being gay. I love women. I just see all their flaws.
Right. No, see, like you just like you. I mean, like that's you have to learn to appreciate. Like, you know, every woman has something to offer. You just have to appreciate that thing for what it is. Like, what I suggest, like, I seriously suggest this. I mean, like, it's ruined my love life in, like, a funny way, but it's, like, it does help, though. It's just having a lot of female friends. Like, if you get friend zoned, who cares? Just keep them as a friend. You'll learn a lot.
No, man, that's part of it, man. I had a female friend. Fuck that shit. I will never be friends with girls, ever.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
I mean,
I'm along Faizan's line where the majority of my friends are women, and it's only helped me because wherever I go, if I have 2 or 3 like hot chicks with me, even though friends, women are like, "Who's this dude?"
Right. And I understand that part of pickup. Like I would like to figure that one out, But that's just what I'm saying is I'm at this part of my life where I just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about getting laid. I just fucking hate them, and I don't want to be nice to them. You gotta want to be nice.
Bottom. And you can only go up from here.
Yeah,
sure. Help.
Yeah.
Dr. Chris is gonna help you.
Yeah, we'll get me some help.
I was there too. Don't worry. I was there too. I was once there too.
Yeah.
It just what you do is just like, okay, women that you have no interest in, make them your friends. Like women that it's like, okay, it's fine if I never fuck. Make them your friends, and actually be their friend. Like be their friends.
Ugh.
I know it sounds terrible now, but trust me, you'll go a long way.
I don't want to be their fucking friends, man. They're fucking just useless, yammering pieces of shit.
We're going to play Diagnose Nick, because, Faizan, I know when I was at that point in my life, it's because I was ass-hurt about a breakup.
Exactly, that's what happens.
In your life, what was going on?
I mean, you called it. I mean, but it's not like I don't sit here every day going, fucking bitch, we broke up. None of that shit. I just
too busy taping up pictures of her in your closet next to the candles.
No, well, and her pieces of her hair on a doll and things like no. Basically, I broke up with her, and then I met this chick that was, leading me along as my friend, and I was trying to fuck her, all this shit, right? But that's when I discovered Patrice O'Neal and all his angry shit, and it just sunk in. And I'm just like, it just makes me fucking miserable to want to go up to them and be nice.
It's like Patrice and Bill Burr, they both just like analyze the absurdity of the whole thing. But okay, here's the thing,
well, not the comedy part, man. Like I'm talking about. Have you heard like the Black Phillip and Beige Phillip stuff? It made me angry because it wasn't about what they were saying. It was more like they exposed the truths of it to me, right? So I'm like, holy shit! I've been being shitty to myself for a very long time, dealing with all this shit. I'm gonna work on myself.
Millennial victim horse shit, where like, okay, you have an expectation for women that is unrealistic because you've always put them on a pedestal.
Right.
No, I don't expect shit from them. That's the thing.
He knows them as friends. He has a realistic view of women, so he can accept them with their faults. But you want them to be perfect. And
no, I don't. It really has nothing to do with their faults. What I meant by faults was like, I when you look at them in like a judgmental way the first time you see them, right? I see like, she got a big nose, and I just I use that for my excuse to fucking keep walking. You know what I mean?
Well, it just seems like you're not in the place to be. I mean, you're just clearly not in the place to be with anyone. So I think the self-love for a while.
What I realized was I just don't want to be nice to them.
Faizan has hit it on the head. You're using that as a fault because you feel inferior, and you need to figure out who you are as a person to develop some self-love and some self-value.
Well, that's what I was getting at before you started analyzing me there.
Yes.
Basically, that's what I was getting at was
a gay kid in high school. It gets better.
What I was getting at was basically that's what I realized was I was, putting myself second all the time. So I just kind of was like, you know what? If I keep myself from being nice to them, then it gives me more time to work on myself. And I know that at the point where I'm all right with myself, I'll be back in that point where I can just feel comfortable being nice to them.
Like, I know if I don't apply for jobs, that they don't have the chance to reject me as not being good enough to work at their establishment.
No.
Right.
Basically, I know not to apply for jobs when I'll have to lie about my qualifications.
One, that was funny, but two, I mean, it's just like, you have to get. I think once you discover that you have self-love, you just have to like for a while just go into like I don't know how to explain, but just
let me humanize women for you. Like who are these bitches that you're trying to talk to? It's not like
I'm not trying to talk to them. That's what I'm saying. I don't try to talk to any of them. I just keep walking.
Shut up. These women have nothing going on in their life.
I know that.
Good enough. They're working at Target. At Taco Bell. You can meet a bitch on your level.
I never said that I'm like that. I'm below them, or I don't think I'm below them. I don't really think I'm above them. I just don't give a shit. Like I'm not trying, is what I'm saying. I don't want to even talk to them.
I think you got a case of the depression because your apathy is at non-human levels. That's I mean,
No, I'm just enjoying being alone. I don't feel depressed.
Well, then more power to you. If you like being alone, I do enjoy being alone too. It's fun. But I mean, like, if you're fine, but if you do genuinely feel happy by yourself, then more power to you.
I love being alone, which is why when I was in Chicago, I would only hang out with my girl when I wanted to have sex and be with her, and the rest of the time I would be alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't want to deal with fucking girlfriends, man. I don't want to deal with that shit.
There's levels besides girlfriend. You have to try.
This girl that I'm fucking right now, right?
First.
This girl that I'm fucking right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That level.
It is fantastic. It was amazing.
Oh, wait, you're not actually fucking someone. That was a callback. I thought you had a girl that you were fucking.
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. I was nice to a girl the other day. I fucking walked home from work with her and shit, and I got her number. But I just go, what? I gotta keep this nice shit up?
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write you a prescription. Dr. Faye is gonna write you a prescription.
Okay.
You're gonna, I don't know how you meet a girl. Maybe join the Tinder or whatever the hell. I don't know.
Ugh,
Fine. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. Just, as soon as you can, go to a coffee with a girl. Doesn't matter how she looks. Doesn't matter anything else. Just go to coffee with a girl and just leave your inhibition at the door and just be 100% honest with her and tell her to be 100% honest with you. Just try to.
They don't want me to be 100% honest.
Person. Don't worry about like social pressure or dating. Just as a human being, one human being, just try to make a genuine connection with her. Try to find some common ground, and you'll be surprised at what happens.
What I like to do is I like to prescribe the startup bitch.
Mm-hmm.
It means you find someone fat, clubfoot, whatever's wrong with them, low self-esteem, and just see how you treat them. Because how you treat a woman that you don't give a fuck about is how you have to treat a woman that you do give a fuck about. But it's hard to do that unless you understand the comparison, because you're going to be so in love and infatuated that you're not going to know how to treat her.
Exactly.
It's a good point. I agree, but that's even worse for me, because I can't be nice to bitches I do care about. I am never going to be nice to bitches that are just clubfoot bitch.
Well, that's something you have to work on.
I'll admit I don't feel like working on right now.
How many animals did you kill as a child?
None that I know of.
All right, well, I got to get ready for comedy. I think we got a solid hour here.
Well, hold on. Let's speaking of killing animals, let's just get Gerry in here real quick.
Classic Gerry.
Yeah. I want to talk to Gerry. I told Gerry we'd get him on. Let's get him in here real quick. And if he bails, fuck him.
Let's see if he can do Kill Tony. Yo!
Gerry!
Yo!
Hi, it's coming in pretty fucking clear for your phone, which is nice. Sorry it took forever to get you in here. We were doing our own thing. How you been, Gerry?
I'm good. Yourself?
We're doing all right. Faizan is in here. Faizan, say hi.
What up?
And
Hey.
and Ian is here.
Hey.
And there's no Chris, and we're just hanging out. Do you still think?
I've been bored for like 2 fucking hours.
Yeah, waiting for us.
I got off work at 6, and I've pretty much been drinking and writing some new stuff.
So a good question is, do you still think comedy is easy?
No, I never thought. Comedy's never going to be easy. You just everyone has their own different type of comedy. I mean, tons of one-liners, tons of comics who just want to tell a story. Observational. Everyone has their own different type. You just got to
just a good story about
what kind of group has the is the majority or
a good
right
story.
kind of crowd.
Good story about coming on a stop sign, that kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, with comedy in general, I mean, I've been doing stand-up now. Well, coming up to next year.
Look, Gerry, there's just something I got. Gerry, there's just something I made for you. I have you in here just so you could hear this. You just gotta listen.
Yeah.
You really embarrass me, Gerry.
Gerry. Jerry's
Jerry, Jerry, Jerry.
Gerry, 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 Gerry,
Jerry.
Gerry, 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 Gerry,
Jerry.
Gerry,
Jerry, 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 Jerry,
Gerry,
Jerry.
Gerry, Gerry,
Jerry.
Gerry,
Jerry.
Gerry, 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 I'm Gerry, 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 no, Gerry, Gerry, I'm right here. We are Gerry, 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 look at me. Somebody help me, please. Somebody help me.
You motherfucker! You really embarrassed me, Jerry.
Alright, well, Faizan and Ian, thanks for coming on.
That was pussy fucking pussy.
A fun show. Just spent all my time doing that. And we'll talk to everybody next week.
Alright, peace. Peace out.